So there's this little project that I've been working on, a cross-country documentary about comic book shops. All the information about what I plan to do is in the link down below. You may have heard of it. I made a video about it yesterday, but if you didn't get a chance to check it out, you can go do that right now. And planning this project was one of those secret projects that I was working on. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I meant to say project, not projects. As in multiple projects that I'm working on, instead of just that one. The Tour-Day comic book shop documentary. No, I'm totally not working on other secret projects. Okay, winking is one of those things that I don't think I'll ever use it in like a social situation. It's like, it doesn't feel natural, and I don't even think I look good doing it. It's like, hey, what's up? I can't imagine myself being at a club and seeing a cute girl down the bar, and then just, when she catches my eye, I'll be like, wink. That's not how you act in public. Speaking of being really bad at segues, it snowed a lot in northern Ohio today, to the point that my boss texted me and told me not to come in today. If my job was a half an hour closer, I probably would have made a serious attempt to get there today, but it's a 45-minute drive already without having to deal with snowdrifts on country roads. And I love my job, but I'm really glad that I didn't have to deal with all of that today. Although I did need to go to the store, so I still was driving around in a near blizzard that was trying to swallow up the Midwest. No big deal. You see, being that I'm from northern Ohio, I'm very familiar and moderately comfortable with driving in snowy conditions. I'm daring, I have gumption, I am the pinnacle of machismo. This one time, I actually have a segue for this story. A while ago, I was at college and it was the Saturday before Valentine's Day. So I meet this girl at a party, we get to talking, we get along really well, we exchange phone numbers. All in all, it goes really well. So anyway, later that week, I think Valentine's Day was on a Tuesday, we were hit with the worst snowstorm we had ever gotten. This college had not canceled a day of school due to snow in, I think, 47 years. So anyway, we have a huge snowstorm on Valentine's Day, level 3 snow emergency classification. And in Ohio, that means all roadways are closed to non-emergency personnel. No one should be driving during these conditions unless it is absolutely necessary to travel or a personal emergency exists. So being that it was a level 3 snow emergency and we did not have school and it was Valentine's Day, I did the smartest thing I could possibly think to do. I called her up and asked if she wanted to go get breakfast with me at Bob Evans. If you're unfamiliar with Bob Evans, it's a very down-home country breakfast style restaurant. Just think of a breakfast sit-down restaurant that you're used to. Now think of something incredibly better, and that is Bob Evans. Bob Evans is fantastic. They have the best crepes. I know that the French invented the crepes, but Bob Evans perfected them. That's a fact, dear friends. So I call her and I ask her if she wants to get breakfast with me at Bob Evans, and like any rational person who is told that they shouldn't be driving during a level 3 snow emergency, she says yes. She said yes. So I drive to go pick her up without incident, and then we make our way to Bob Evans, which is literally less than a mile from my apartment. It's just right down the road. But it took us closer to 10 minutes to get there because it was a level 3 snow emergency and you shouldn't be driving on the road because there's ice on the road, kids. But let's talk more about me being manly and driving on icy roads. Like I said, Bob Evans was just down the road, but it was over this hill, which was a bridge over a highway. And as we got to the top of the bridge, I could see Bob Evans in the distance and I was getting excited. We were at the top of the hill about to go down and we were so close. And then my car started slightly turning to the left, ever so slightly, and no, I was not the one turning it. The culprit was ice. That fiendish, silent, cold-hearted woman was turning my car to the left without my consent. I didn't want this. I didn't do this. All I wanted were some delicious blueberry crepes. Or strawberry. I hadn't decided. At the point of the car turning, I had not made up a decision on what delicious treats I wanted in my belly. I just knew that I wanted delicious crepes, and the car turning was not part of my plan to get those crepes into my belly. So we're turning to the left, and I don't want you to think that we're like careening off the road. Like, we're still in the road. We're not like going into a guardrail or anything. There were 2 lanes going our way and 2 lanes going the opposite way, and we were turning, we were pivoting in both of our lanes. And in that exact moment, there was another car in the other direction lane driving up the hill, and he seemed to have better luck than we did because he was in his lane. He was only taking up one lane. He wasn't taking up both like we were. And as we passed each other, my car facing him going this way, he just he looked at us with this expression of disbelief, sort of like, yeah, this is his expression of disbelief. And as he made that face, we just sort of smiled and waved at him as we were going like this. And then as we passed, the man quickly focused on the road, which was smart. He shouldn't have been driving around in a level 3 snow emergency anyway. Gosh. And as we came to the bottom of the hill on the road, I straightened the car out. No incident. We made our way to Bob Evans, and for some reason, it was pretty empty. Who would have thought? So I spent that snowy Valentine's Day hanging out with this fantastic girl who was smart, adorable, she laughed a lot, we had intelligent conversation. All in all, it was a pretty great day. Things went so great, in fact, that we made plans to hang out that Saturday. And then the Friday before the Saturday we were supposed to hang out, she met her now husband. So that's a thing that happened. Yup. And I'm happy for her. It worked out for her. She met the guy who was supposed to be her future husband. I'm not one to get in the way of true love or fate or the one or whatever. Also, she was probably just intimidated by how manly I was. You know, driving around in a level 3 snow emergency. No big deal. I know I'm a lot of man to contend with. But you don't have to feel bad for me losing out on her. I just went on an awesome Valentine's Day date in a snowstorm with someone for whom I was only a blip on the romantic radar. Maybe I should have just stuck with my bar idea and gone winking. Wink. Wink. It's getting uncomfortable. Wink. Wink. Oh, and don't forget to donate to our awesome Kickstarter, Wink. There are lots of awesome backer rewards, Wink. You should go check them out, at least if you haven't already, Wink. If someone does not make a gif of me winking and post it to Tumblr, I'm going to be very disappointed, Wink.